So we weren't sure necessarily based on the video of what we could see, but on your 3-yard touchdown catch, was that ball tipped?
No, it was really close though. You could say it skinned his glove almost. It was really close, but still a really good ball. Considering the coverage they were in, and he didn't tip it though. He almost did.
To get that first touchdown, what did that mean to you, and how did that kind of maybe take some weight off of your shoulders there?
It was big, for me at least. Being here last year, only being able to play in a couple of games, and playing in those games and not being able to score, it would get frustrating at times. So to finally score that, that first touchdown, it felt really good, to especially do it here at home. So yeah.
On Monday, Herm kind of explained to us that y'all have only had 6 games together working with Jaden as a receiving core and then him as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it typically take, in your eyes, for a typical receiver to bond with his quarterback and make that connection stick?
Well, I know, you probably want to have as close of a relationship to your quarterback as possible. And, with the limitations and restrictions that we had last year, and, it was kind of hard to do that. So that's why this year, we were really big on, getting together and working on a lot of the stuff that, we needed to work on last year that we should have, that we really couldn't work on. So, I think it's big, to have that connection, that bond with your quarterback.
Where do you think your chemistry is with Jaden Daniels right now?
Me and J5, he's looking for me, I'm just trying to win, get open, and we're really cool, we're tight, especially as a whole receiver core, you know what I mean? He's always talking to us, giving the lowdown on adjustments and everything. So it's not just like coaches and players, we get a lot instruction from him as well, and we do the same. We give feedback to each other, on and off the field.
How would you kind of evaluate what you've seen from BYU on film? What kind of stands out to you about their defense, just from what you've seen?
They're an older team. They've got a lot of experience, and they're not just a team that's gonna, just let up and make a lot of mistakes. They're bend don't break defense. They're gonna play all 4 quarters, and they're gonna play hard, physical. So they've got some athletes, some dudes on their team, on their defense especially. As long as we can execute, it's always going to be us versus ourselves at the end of the day. So as long as we execute and do our job, do what we need to do, we should come out with the win, be 3-0.
Is this kind of one of those games where playing mistake-free football is especially emphasized just because of, like you said, BYU plays a pretty technically sound game?
Yeah, so it's it's going to be huge for us, to try to play as cleanly as possible. Because, like I said, they're a team that, they're going to take advantage of our mistakes and what we mess up on. So, the game's not going to be perfect, on either side of the ball, but the more we could limit, the amount of mistakes we make and stuff and just make plays, it should be a cleaner game, for us.
Herm said after the last game that he feels like there's a lot of room to grow still in the passing game for you guys. What's kind of been the message from the coaches about that, and then what are the areas you think you guys can still really improve to kind of get to that mark that I think he's setting?
Ultimately, I think we just, as a receiver group, we need to just make plays, from here on out. When we get the opportunity to make a play on the ball, we need to make it. The contested catches, all that stuff, getting open. Really, we have a really good run game as well. So. To open up that pass game, we just need to make plays at the end of the day. We're doing all that we can, get open and everything, but we just need to make the play at the end of the day. So
There's been clips of in particular your run blocking on Twitter, and everybody's raving about you just sitting guys down, planting them, and just the run blocking grades of your group and as a whole. What kind of pride do you guys take in being able to help Rashad, help Diamante in terms of their running game and just your assignment blocking?
At the end of the day, we all have a job to do, whether that's run play, pass play. Run plays, we're supposed to block, block, as hard as you can, go 100% every time. It can set up a lot of things for yourself in the pass game as well. So when a DB, certain players are so focused on how physical you are and, how you're you know, coming at them with the run blocking and stuff. It could open up a lot of stuff in the passing game as well. And ultimately, you know, just doing your job, you know, to the full effort. That's how you win games. So.
Did anybody say anything to you about the one in which you led the guy out of bounds? And
Yeah, I got yelled at. They said I couldn't block him out of bounds. My thing was they just didn't blow the whistle yet. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep blocking him. If I let him go and he makes the tackle, then I get in trouble again. So I mean, it was kind of a lose-lose win in my eyes, but ultimately I just got to play, you know, cleaner, just stay in between the lines. So, yeah.
Where on the field is this game going to be won and lost?
Probably most likely up front. They got older guys. You know, they got some strong guys down there. You know, ultimately, you know, a lot of football games, every football game is going to be won in the trenches. You know, you can't block, you can't pass. You can't block, you can't run. You can't stop the run. You know, then they can do whatever they want. So, a lot of what the game is going to be based off on is going to be, you know, who's winning in the trenches. So.